Yeah, my name is Hersman. I'm one of the organizers for Makers Faire Africa. I also am the founder of AfriGadget, a blog that talks about solving problems with African ingenuity. And so we're sitting here at Makers Faire Africa 2010 in Nairobi, Kenya. And it's a little bit cooler day today compared to last year in Ghana, where it's sweltering and warm. Makers Faire Africa is really about shedding the light, some light, media, business, that type of light, onto the innovation, the inventors, the artists that come from the informal sector in Africa.
So last year, as far as I know, it was the first Makers Faire at all in Africa. What was your takeaway?
So what we learned from Makers Faire in Ghana last year was we didn't know what to expect. What we came out of there with was understanding that Makers Faire in Africa means something different than it does anywhere else in the world. Where in the rest of the world it's about hobbies and kind of just artistic things. Here it's more about practical innovation and ingenuity that's useful in everyday micro-entrepreneurs and business. That's what we see here, and that was the biggest takeaway.
So now, during the second Makers Faire in Nairobi, had these takeaways, had they had some impact on the concept here, and what is different here now from what
I think
was
it
last
just,
year?
if there's anything that's different about this year than last year, it's that the culture in which these things are coming from is different. So that was West Africa, and this is East Africa, and there's a little bit different flavor to it. But not wildly different. It's still practical innovation for the most part. What we find here is that, and I don't know if this is the way we canvassed and the way we found makers was different, but there's not as many agricultural ones as there were last time, though there are still a few of them, and a lot more digital and kind of mechanical tools here. We've also got more art mixed in, tried to make it brighter and more colorful even than last year. And I think those are some of the differences that we see, but they're not wildly different. There's still a nice vibe, excitement about, hey, this is the innovation that's coming from us here.
Yeah. You by yourself, you're living here and you're raised here in Nairobi. How would you describe the major challenges people are facing in Kenya?
Well,
And
sorry. The wind came at just the wrong time. I mean, there's a number of challenges that are faced by people in Kenya, right? And one of them is just, wealth creation, jobs, things like that. And I think that one of the things that Makers Faire Africa does is it shows that if you're creative, you can come up with some interesting and very marketable things, businesses that can run on their own, and that it feels. What I think happens is that Makers Faire Africa, events like this, empower people to remember and believe that the innovation that makes things happen comes from here too. It doesn't come from everywhere else in the world, but built here in Africa, and we can take care of our own and do our own thing here.
Yeah. So today is really a big day for Kenya because the new constitution came into. How do you say this in English?
So today the new constitution was promulgated in Kenya, and so of course that was bad timing for us at Makers Faire because
but it's still crowded.
Still have a big crowd, but it'll be even bigger tomorrow because it's not a national holiday.
Yeah.
And it's a Saturday. So it's exciting because the country as a whole is celebrating a new constitution. Finally after 50-something years, we have a new constitution and are able to celebrate that. And at the same time, we're celebrating, the inventors, the entrepreneurs who come from the bottom up here. And so it's a celebratory mood everywhere.
Okay, thanks a lot for this one.
Thanks.